Come on, make me rich, make me rich, make me rich. Please, no, not again. When you gamble, you could win or you could lose. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-BETS-OFF. This message was brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Health.
Science is amazing! Check out the Science Center of Iowa. It's an amazing place for people of all ages. Come see the hands-on exhibits and learn more about science. The Science Center of Iowa in downtown Des Moines. Visit www.sciowa.org. SCIOWA.
Help the world eat better by volunteering with or donating to the World Food Prize Organization of Iowa. Visit worldfoodprize.org to get started. Hey, it's Austin here on the Edge 88.1. 'Tis the season for some football. And I do love football. I remember playing football in high school. Those were the days. I also remember the late night stops we would make after we had played a football game, and the bus would stop at the nearest McDonald's or what have you, and basically the entire team would invade the establishment. I think some people might know what I'm talking about. Well, get this. In Oregon, a middle school football coach took his team to Hooters for an end-of-the-season, end-of-game party. Now, parents and school board members knew about this before the game even took place. And they gave the coach a lot of opposition. They said, no, you should not take the middle school kids to Hooters. These tight t-shirts and low-cut shorts are not what we're looking for an end-of-the-season kind of get-together. Well, despite the opposition of the parents and the school board, the coach decided not to change the venue. Crazy, huh? Can you imagine what happened to this guy? Fired. Anyway, why would you take middle school kids to a sleazy... Oh, okay, I might be being too hard on Hooters. It's a delightfully unrefined... I don't remember what the punchline is. But okay, they're kind of classy, but not really. But a middle school football team does not need to enjoy a metric ton of hot wings at a Hooters. It's not cool. And, of course, the guy lost his job, which he should, because everyone told him not to do this, and he did this. So, that's what you get. You gotta listen to your peers. And that's my judgment. Stay tuned. We got Don't Trust Me by 303 up next, here on The Edge 88.1. Yup. It's The Edge. 88.1 KDPS. Austin here with you. Now, I like animals a lot. Animals make me happy. And I like to talk to people about animals. And one of the animals that gets brought up a lot is llamas. I don't know, like, people have an infatuation with llamas. Maybe it's because, like, we just don't have a lot here. Like, they're not native to our area or what have you. But I'm not as amazed with llamas as most people are, because growing up, my grandparents raised llamas. Yes, about 50 or so of said llamas. And maybe the reason I'm not so amazed with them is kind of the story I'm going to share with you gives you a little background on why I'm not too fond of them. It is necessary in the summertime to shear the llamas. They have heavy coats of fur because they're native to the Andes Mountains, and it's cold there, but here in Iowa it's not. So you have to shear them, or they're going to overheat and die. So this is kind of a diligent process. You have to take said llama, tie it up in a chute, like stabilize its head and everything so it can't like buck around back and forth, and then you begin shearing it. Well, I had to participate in these every year, and it wasn't very fun for me. Now, llamas are very defensive animals, okay? So, this is what happens when you make a llama mad. It puts its ears back, it will either kick you or spit at you. Both happened to me. We were shearing this llama. I finished one side, the left side of the llama, and I was going to walk around behind it and do the right side to shear the llama, you know. As I was crossing behind the animal, it kicks me directly in the gonads and knocks me to the ground. Now, it did not hit any innards, like my guts, my lungs, nothing, but I was out of air. I could not breathe. I could not talk. It was terrible. I kind of gather myself and I stand up and I'm like, okay, that's enough for today. We're going to let this llama go with half a haircut. It's okay. I go to untie the llama, and by this time I'm face to face with the animal, and I look at it and I realize its ears are backwards. They're flat. That means the llama is not happy. What happens next? Spit in my face. Saliva, like the bile from their stomach, in my face, in my nose, in my mouth, in my eyes. It was amazing. Not really. Don't like llamas. Stay tuned. It's The Edge 88.1. Hey, it's me, Austin, and this is The Edge 88.1. Be sure to follow us at KDPS88 on Twitter. I just put some pictures up there of some angry llamas that I was talking about in the last segment, just so you can see the early warning signs before llamas attack. Check that out on our Twitter page at KDPS88. Now, I kind of have a nag for weird news, odd news, strange news. So we're going to kind of wrap it up with an odd news segment. And in Texas, authorities are still trying to find out how a cemetery worker was crushed by a 2,000-pound, 5-foot-tall tombstone. Yeah, kind of crazy, isn't it? Upon finding the body of 64-year-old Guadalupe Mendoza, police began investigating this death as it were a homicide. So they show up to the scene, they find this humongous tombstone on top of this man. And of course he's crushed, dead, because it's massive. After several hours of investigation, police can't find anything, they don't really know what happened. They start talking to other workers at the cemetery. They decide to start leading the case more into an accidental suicide type of thing. Apparently, according to the other people that work there, Mr. Mendoza was kind of a do-it-yourself guy. He always was working really hard to improve things around him in the cemetery. Well, he was trying to level out this heavy headstone by himself. Well, not a good idea to work on a 2,000-pound piece of rock by yourself. And I guess that's what happens when you don't ask for help. I mean, accidents happen. And in this case, it was fatal. Not good. What would you do? I mean, if I saw a 2,000-pound rock, I would not literally go up to it and be like, I'm going to try to just, come here. Yeah, come here. Yes. Ow. Oh, no. Yeah, not cool. Not cool at all. Ask for help. It's okay to ask for help sometimes. And that's what we're going to end it on. This has been Austin, here on The Edge 88.1. Up next, we got some 5 for Fighting. Enjoy. And then after that, my boy Matt, yeah, he's going to be on the airwaves. Check it out. It's The Edge 88.1.
This is Austin Page with KDPS News. A buildup of deadly carbon monoxide gas forces an evacuation of a Des Moines apartment building. Firefighters responded to the alarm on Ingersoll Avenue and immediately cleared the building. It was discovered that a ventilation fan had been shut off, allowing the gases to build up. A Des Moines man claims that he was shot while leaving the Shop and Save on East 14th Street. 21-year-old Leon Phillips says 3 men approached him outside of the store, and one of the men shot him in the right leg. No bullet casings were found, and the store employees had nothing to report. 10 Dowling students face criminal charges after setting off pop bottle bombs at a West Des Moines home. Using only plastic bottles, aluminum foil, and drain cleaner, the students constructed bombs that later damaged the home. The teenagers face charges of criminal mischief and reckless use of explosives. A man is being held in contempt of court after reacting hysterically to being summoned for jury duty. 20-year-old Jacob Gates faces up to 6 months in jail after making obscene gestures and disrespectful remarks to court employees. Having been selected for several juries, Donna Kaler gives her advice.
If you get a chance to go, go. Do it. It's your duty anyway.
Central Iowa police officers collected unwanted firearms in a metro-wide weapons turn-in program. The firearms will be registered to make sure they haven't been used in a prior crime. If the weapons haven't been used in a crime, they are simply destroyed. This program is an effort to reduce the amount of unwanted firearms in the area. 2 Iowa State football players have been drafted to the NFL. Cyclone linebacker A.J. Klein was signed to the Carolina Panthers. Fellow teammate and offensive lineman Carter Bukowski was signed to the San Francisco 49ers. Ames native Randall Inks gives his input on the situation.
Yes, it'll definitely put Iowa State on the map. People would be more apt to check out Iowa State.
A.J. Klein finished his career at Iowa State with 361 tackles. For KDPS News, this is Austin Page.
KDPS, Des Moines Shuffle Station. Listen in every Sunday, 8 to 10 p.m. for the Jay and Austin Show.
What we got on the Jay and Austin Show, we got weird news for you every night of the week. And we will update you on what's happening at Grandview. We will recap football scores. That's always fun to go through those scores and add a little opinion for what happened that day. And the last thing we got some popular news for you, too.
In between all that, we'll be playing some hip-hop and rock and roll. Enjoy. It's Jay and Austin, KDPS.
Hey, thanks for having me over to swim.
Yeah, let's get in. Just let me slip this shirt off.
Are you kidding me? What is wrong with you?
What?
You are white as snow, pasty boy.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
Come on,
Hey! Wait, what's going on?
get in the car.
Wait.
Come on, get in the car. We're going to Sunseekers to get you a tan.
I don't tan. I was raised on a farm. That's not how we do things.
I've seen quite a few guys from Grandview at Sunseekers.
Really?
Yes, it's the closest tanning salon to Grandview, and they give students special offers. Come on, let's go in.
Hi, welcome to Sunseekers Tan Spa. How can I help you?
We need to get this guy a tan.
No problem.
Hey, that's kind of nice.
Let's go outside and see if it worked.
Whoa. Come see why Sunseekers is voted one of CityView's best tanning salons. Get your tan on at Sunseekers Tan Spa.
And you are listening to 88.1 KDPS here with Jay and Austin, and that was Gundam Style by Psy. Do you like to sing along with that song, Austin?
Yeah, I pretend I know every single word.
Yes, I do. Even though I don't know any Korean at all, I still like
Zero.
to sing with the song.
It is a good tune.
So awesome, we got Black Friday coming up. I'm excited. Are you
Yeah.
excited?
No, it's usually a riot, and there's nothing's worse than angry shoppers / drivers because everyone's trying to go everywhere, you know.
Yeah.
It's just a bad situation, but yeah, there's probably going to be some cool deals.
Yes. Well, the never-ending choice of Target versus Kmart versus Walmart. Which one of those stores do you like to go to? Prefer over
Well,
the others?
preferably, I don't know, because good
You
luck
know?
finding a Kmart because there's not that many around here.
Oh, there are Kmart's.
There's
I
Kmart's.
kind of live next to one.
But I don't know. Target's
never
sometimes a little expensive, so
Yeah.
maybe I'd say Walmart. But refrain from buying any expensive electronics from Walmart.
Yeah, that's not good. We'll tell you why later.
We got a cool story for you
Yes,
later.
we
Yeah.
do. I like to visit Target though, because not as many crazies as there I found.
Yeah. It's a little cleaner. The aisles are wider. I
aisles
feel
are
like
wider.
they're bigger,
Yeah, it's
a little more spacious.
Yeah, I just feel
cleaner.
a little more protected at Walmart. I mean at Target.
You don't feel protected at Walmart.
I don't know why. Anyways, we got an awesome show coming up for you. We got some great subjects we're going to talk with you about.
Beer
Should be fun.
and Skyfall. That was a good
movie.
one.
Yes.
I loved it.
Looking forward to it. Here on 88.1 KDPS. Up next, we got Hang With Me by Robin.
KDPS, Des Moines Shuffle Station. Jay and I were just talking about maybe what kind of stores we're looking at for Black Friday here. We headed down to Walmart, Kmart, or Target. But we did say kind of hold off, be prejudiced on what you choose for your expensive electronics, because Walmart's Walmart's, it's kind of a nightmare, isn't it, Jay?
Yeah.
Tell them what it is.
Yeah, well, there's this video that apparently these Walmart employees of Southern area, because I all had thick Southern accents, you know.
Yeah.
They were like, "Hey, y'all." Anyways, they were throwing iPads across the loading dock room, and it was kind of crazy.
And they were being rather sly about, like, they were doing it on purpose.
Yeah, they
and,
were using profanity and all this kind of stuff.
Foul language.
Foul language, of course. And they were just taking these iPods, and it seems like iPad. Someone had a camera phone and was filming his buddies or whatever, just flinging them across the room, and he was like, "Hey, look what I can do with this iPad!" Woo! There it goes across the room. Yeah.
Oh well, that's definitely broken.
That's definitely broken in there.
Yeah.
And you know,
they didn't care at all. So be careful where you buy your electronics from this coming up Christmas season. Wouldn't want to open up a broken iPad. I'd be pretty disappointed.
Yeah, I think that they're gonna get fired, of course.
I hope so.
And the funny thing about it is they're gonna get fired, and then the people that get the broken iPads are gonna be able to take it back and probably get a store refund.
Something. Well, yeah, they'll be
Hopefully.
compensated for, but
Yes.
just for the sake of Walmart, that not a very good image, but it's okay.
No, that is definitely a bad move.
I think they have enough money; it doesn't matter anyway.
Yes, this is true. Anyways, on to our next song, which is Brand New Day by Trevor Hall. You are listening to 88.1 KDPS. We're listening to 88.1 KDPS with Jay and Austin. So, Austin, I just learned recently that beer sales are getting sluggish. Do you believe this story at all?
I believe it too. I was looking into it, and not only are beer sales down, but bars are slow too, man.
Yeah?
No business.
I think it says that fewer and fewer people are going out to bars to get that work beer.
Yeah, the beer after work.
Friends. Yes. I don't quite believe that's true.
I don't know. I think in some regards it's true. But some of the stats, beer drinkers last year in the United States drank 203.4 million barrels.
That's a lot of beer.
Yeah, but that's about 5% less than in 2008. So America is cutting back a little bit on our drinking.
They are. It could be the economy. It could be the people that you work with. You just don't want to hang out with after.
You know what I think it is?
What do you think?
It's just like over the past few decades, it's become less and less acceptable in business or community to have a drink at lunch or go out for a beer afterwards. And I mean, it's kind of, if you live in Iowa and you don't know someone who has an OWI, I will be thoroughly impressed and surprised because
I don't know someone.
You don't know anyone who's
OWI.
That surprises me because there's just so many people in the Midwest, at least. I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't speak
so?
for the coastal regions, but it's just. I think we're trying to grow up a little bit. Maybe that's what it is.
You know, I think it's more the people that you work with. I couldn't really see people with me going out and having a beer with people I work with, coworkers and stuff. I could see like hanging out, but just like going out casually, you know, hey, let's go get a beer after work. No, I don't want to see your face anymore. You know?
Don't like your coworkers.
You know, I like my coworkers. They're really cool. But, you know, I just don't want to drink with them.
I think you're a liar.
I might do something silly and embarrass myself in front of my coworkers.
On that note,
that's the reason.
We have Whiskey Hangover.
Whiskey Hangover by Godsmack. It's a very good song.
I love this song. Let's jam out, man.
Yeah, let's hear on 88.1 KDPS. You're listening to 88.1 KDPS with Jay and Austin. So, among the declining beer sales, Austin, there have also been declining video game console sales.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's very interesting. It reports that they've been declining these past 4 years, I guess like the whole beer thing that we talked about earlier, and that less and less of people playing them with video games, and less and less people are actually using them to play video games on.
They're using them as
instead people
movie players,
maybe, media players like Netflix actually reports that 40% of all of its sales and everything that goes on in Netflix is through video game consoles.
I kind of didn't even think about that. But
Yeah, it's really crazy.
Jeez. Well, I mean, then maybe they just need a really, really strong new console to come out.
Yeah, I think that
because that's coming up soon, you know.
Yeah,
there's
there's
going to be new consoles coming out, and maybe we'll see an explosion of new technology that totally blows us away, and everyone wants to buy it, and then there's like riots and stuff.
I think that's what's going to happen here, because there's a new Wii U is the next big thing that's coming out, is by Nintendo. So we should see that happening soon. So we'll see how that happens. But Nintendo usually doesn't have that big publicity that Sony and Microsoft get.
I was going to say that Sony and Microsoft kind of run the business right now. I mean, the Wii was big. The Wii was cool, but definitely it didn't go off as much as the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3.
Yeah, and the article also talks about how there are more and more smartphone games and apps, and how people are just getting on there to it's like casually play.
Yeah,
and
they got all their mobile devices.
Yes.
People aren't spending time at home, I guess.
Yes.
I don't know. You don't sit down and play Mario Brothers anymore? Okay, well,
you know what?
I guess I'm the only one.
As being what was that?
Every night, Mario Brothers.
Every night, Mario Brothers.
You bet. At least 15 minutes.
I hate people that like don't own these consoles and they say they play video games for maybe 5 minutes a day and they call themselves a gamer just to be like the end thing and cool.
Yeah.
I don't like I grew up with video games and it was like a main central like social thing for me and my friends, you know.
Yeah.
And I consider myself to be like kind of a gamer, so, you know, I like to be more of the hardcore.
These new kids are posers.
Yeah, they are. It's ridiculous. But, you know, new technology comes new things, I guess.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't think it's at all like the decline of games or video games. It's just a change in what we're using to play the video games with.
Yeah, I guess people aren't finding time to sit down and play the awesome games.
I kind of think that might be exactly what it is.
Yes.
People are impatient. And they want to be able to download whatever they want to their hand now.
This
is
true.
They don't want to go to the store, buy the console and the controller and the game, go home, set it up, put it all together.
Yes. I think we're going to rant more about people's impatience next in one of our next segments here.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So stay tuned for that. We're going to have some hot topics for you coming up. But up next, we have Adele, Rolling in the Deep, here on 88.1 KDPS.
KDPS, Des Moines Shuffle Station. Now, Jay, you were definitely aware of the situation that Sandy brought.
Oh, of course.
On the coast there.
Yes.
And the Red Cross has been trying as hard as it can to supply these people with some relief. And some people just aren't satisfied.
They're not satisfied with the Red Cross relief.
Yeah. Now,
ridiculous.
Now the organizer, administrator, whatever you want to call it, of the relief efforts said this has been nearly a perfect scenario for them. They've done everything they needed to do.
Okay.
But now, on the other side, there's all these residents and everything that are extremely mad.
Yeah.
Other people involved in the situation that are extremely mad and say the Red Cross hasn't done their job.
Maybe they're all huddled. Didn't they just get power back?
Yeah, I think they're probably still in the process of getting some areas back, but for the most part.
Maybe they're huddled around their candles at night and trying to figure out where all their anger from their no power.
Where should we blame this?
Yes, exactly.
The people coming to help us.
Maybe. And that huge, that Red Cross fan. Oh, we should totally bark on them a little bit.
Yeah, and definitely people saying they're never going to give the Red Cross another dime because of their
crazy
their opinion not so good relief efforts. But you do have to remember the weather that this hurricane brought is not normal for this area.
Of course not. Of course
not.
Yeah.
Flooding.
Yeah. And
cold weather.
And topple that with like the coastal towns that weren't even like built with like this kind of weather.
Totally unprepared.
Yes, not even like figuring it out.
So of course you're going to have a little bit of discrepancy in the amount of time it takes to get to these survivors.
Yes,
because of how unprepared the area was, how hard it is to get through a flooded area anyway. It's going to take some time, and definitely not happy people in the New York area and everything.
They are griefing the relievers. relieving.
Relief.
I don't know. That didn't work out quite well. But
Either way, there's
way-
happy people and mad people. But,
Yeah,
but we should be grateful for people like the Red Cross.
We should, yes. I think in an ever increasing give it to me right now society with everything that we were talking about in our last segment.
Yeah.
You know, people have just come to expect right here,
I
right
want it
now.
now.
Yeah, exactly. You know, kind of thing, which is totally crazy and just, you know,
Very
they
demanding.
need some Midwest patience, I think.
Yeah. You need to come hang out with us for a
You know,
little
I
bit.
actually have a couple friends that went up there and they're helping out up there. So he hasn't said anything like this, of course, but I think that people just need some place to put their anger towards, I guess, on not getting their lives back to normal right here, right now, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah. There always has to be a scapegoat, but it makes me mad that it would be the Red Cross, the people that are coming to help you. You would blame them and say they're not bad enough.
Yeah, that's kind of uncalled for.
But I mean, you got to blame somebody,
I
right?
think, you know, here's a free sandwich. Go. I don't care.
Yeah, leave me alone. You're late. I wanted my sandwich an hour ago.
Yeah, exactly.
But I still have your sandwich.
And we appreciate. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And of course, it's always nice to hear stories about people that have gone up there and done stuff.
Yeah, I know of a few different close relatives that have gone up there and are volunteering for the Red Cross, doing work up there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and anyone can do it too. You just gotta hit up the Red Cross.
Get in your van and go.
Yeah, you have to just go there, basically.
Yeah.
Easy as it gets.
It's fun stuff. Yes.
Up next, we gotta look around. Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, here on 88.1 KDPS.
This is KDPS Radio. I am Austin Page, here with Communication Professor Mark Siebert. Mr. Siebert, the Internet is constantly advancing and expanding. Do you think the Internet should be subject to regulation here in the U.S. at this point in time?
I don't think so, and I think so far the Supreme Court has upheld that the Internet has the same First Amendment protections as print does. I think anytime you start limiting freedom of expression, it creates problems.
Why would we need regulation? Why is it a debate now? Why do you think it's a threat to some people?
Certainly some other countries think that it is they're trying to regulate it so that they regulate different groups, so they regulate people who are trying to overthrow governments and things like that. So they try to squelch any sort of dissension that's going on in countries. And the one way to do that is to stop the way people are communicating, whether it's, unplugging social media or, shutting down the Internet entirely so that these groups that disagree with them can no longer communicate.
Which brings me to my next point. It is the World Wide Web. Therefore, other nations are open to put their opinions on this as well. And do you think it could cause a conflict, the U.S. and other nations that do want to limit this?
Oh, certainly. I mean, I would not see the United States limiting it, but there are disputes that the United States has with large companies because of copyright infringement. So somebody steals a TV show or a movie and puts it online in Brazil or something. Do we have any way of stopping that kind of piracy and enforcing it? But I don't see the United States. I think they will stay on the side of more openness than less openness.
For these countries that do want to kind of control the Internet more, what kind of steps would you see them taking in order to maybe censor the Internet or regulate it more?
One of the things that they do will be entirely shut it down. Sometimes they'll do that if there's a coup going on. They will monitor social media for certain phrases or certain things that are critical, and then go after people who have been posting on a certain sites. Sometimes they'll take down a specific site. That's been the most common kind of censorship that's been going on.
As far as countries disagreeing on whether to censor the Internet and then the United States not wanting to censor the Internet, could you see maybe a Internet splitting into two different branches, one that might be censored that other countries use and one that is the U.S.'s internet?
I don't know that could happen, because I think those groups that want to express their opinion and want to dissent from their government are going to seek that kind of stuff out. And it's hard to, in today's day and age when anybody can get on the internet and get their message out to millions of people, I don't know that you could ever stop somebody from getting on a smartphone and beaming their opinion to a satellite and then getting it to a free part of the world. You used to see it with like Radio Free Europe, where the United States would broadcast into different countries. I think still does. I just think that kind of thing it was intended to, because people can too easily communicate with the technology there is now.
The UN is currently debating an international telecommunications treaty that the U.S. has refused to sign, and you agree with the fact that we should not be limiting our internet in the U.S. Is that correct?
Correct. I think that I see why some countries do it. They're more volatile. They're not as established, but I just don't think that as soon as you start limiting speech and limiting dissent, you run into problems and things start to fester, and then they end up getting worse, as opposed to somebody speaks their mind and it's out there, and the marketplace of ideas can decide whether it's true or false, or whether it's something that should be paid attention to.
Taking the whole situation as a whole, we're going to leave the internet as it is in America and let it grow and flourish, let it do what it must?
I think so. There are issues out there that I think concern some people, like with WikiLeaks. With digital information so easily to get, somebody can put stuff on the internet that is very damaging to the interests of the United States. Will they stop that kind of thing? Can they stop that kind of thing? That's going to be a question, and I think also the copyright issue, who owns the intellectual property, will probably be an issue. How I watch the Super Bowl, can I then I put it on my DVR and I upload it to a mega upload or something, and let everybody watch this thing that obviously the NFL is trying to make money off of, and they're not going to make money off of it because I just put it on the internet.
And on that topic of WikiLeaks and posting videos that do belong to other people, what kind of punishment is there now for, let's say, an ex-military who posts mission information on overseas activities that is not supposed to be given out?
Well, it's basically within the government doesn't do anything necessarily. It's the military outfit that does in that situation. The way it's been handled so far on places like on YouTube, the content provider goes to YouTube and says, "Hey, this is copyrighted material. Either you take that off, or we're going to sue both that person and YouTube." And so obviously YouTube's going to cave and say, "Okay, yeah, we'll take it off for you so that you don't sue us for copyright infringement."
And you'd look at it the same way for, as your example, the Super Bowl. The NFL would contact whatever website it's on,
right,
whoever put it up, make them take it off before there's a lawsuit involved.
Right, or a social media outlet of some kind. Or the problem that they've run into now is a place like Mega Upload, which I think has been shut down. It's all these sites like LimeWire or whatever. I take a digital version, I put it there. I don't necessarily share it with anybody or make money off of it, but I put it there for other people to use, like with illegally downloading music. Can they shut down the next Napster, whatever the next generation of Napster is? Because clearly one of the things that it does is allows people to get something for free that these companies want to be paid for.
This is KDPS Radio. I'm Austin Page. Thank you, Mark Siebert, for coming in and speaking with us on the topic of internet regulation.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
Thank you.